Can you imagine discovering the most painful betrayal in your final moments? Welcome to the chilling tale of the Sumner family. The Sumners, a name synonymous with love, trust, and camaraderie. A family seemingly plucked from a picturesque postcard, living out their lives in the tranquility of small-town America. A loving father, a caring mother, and a pair of twin siblings. Their life was the epitome of the American dream. Their bond, an enviable one, held together by threads of mutual respect and unconditional love. Theirs was a life filled with laughter echoing through the hallways, warm family dinners, and summer vacations spent under the golden sun. Their house, a beacon of happiness, stood as a testament to their unity. The Sumners were admired by all, their life story a beacon of hope for those seeking the elusive balance of love, trust, and togetherness. But what if this seemingly perfect picture was merely a facade? What if the smiles were just a veil, hiding a reality too harsh to fathom? What if the laughter was a mask, concealing a secret so shattering that it could crumble the very foundation of their existence? What if the Sumners, the embodiment of an ideal family, were nurturing a serpent in their Eden? The Sumners, a family that symbolized unity, were on the brink of the unthinkable. A secret so dire, so dark that it threatened to shatter the very essence of their identity. A revelation so shocking it would forever change the course of their lives, leaving an indelible mark on their very souls. A betrayal so profound it would leave them questioning the very notion of trust and love. As the Sumners went about their daily lives, oblivious to the storm brewing in the shadows, the clock ticked away, inching closer and closer to the moment of revelation. Each passing second, a step towards the precipice of their lives, where the ground beneath their feet would give way, plunging them into the abyss of betrayal. But beneath the surface, a dark secret was lurking, waiting to shatter their world. The Sumner family on the surface was picture perfect. Painted as a charming tableau of suburban bliss, their life was filled with seemingly mundane yet endearing routines. Mornings would find them at the breakfast table, the scent of fresh coffee mingling with the soft hum of conversation. Days were spent in a flurry of work, school, and the occasional family outing, each member contributing to the rhythm of their shared existence. At dinner, they gathered once more, exchanging stories of their day, their laughter echoing within the confines of their home. Under the soft glow of their porch light, they'd bid each other goodnight, the words, "I love you," whispered like a cherished lullaby. Their interactions were steeped in a love so palpable it was almost tangible. Yet beneath this ideal facade, a sinister undercurrent flowed, unseen yet ever present. Because as we know, appearances can be deceiving. Opening. The first signs of cracks in the Sumner family's perfect facade began to appear when the Sumner family, once a picture of idyllic harmony, began to unravel, almost imperceptibly at first. The youngest daughter, Emily, was the first to notice. She saw her mother's smiles growing thinner, her eyes clouded with an inexplicable sadness. The once lively family dinners became silent affairs, punctuated only by the clinking of cutlery against porcelain. It wasn't just the mother, the father too seemed to carry an invisible burden. His booming laughter, once a familiar sound in the Sumner household, started to fade into a faint echo. He began to spend more evenings locked away in his study, poring over old letters and photographs. Emily, ever the intuitive one, could sense a change. A chill had set into their warm family home, and it was growing colder each day. The neighbors too began to talk. They whispered about the Sumners' sudden change in behavior, their lack of participation in community events, their curt responses to friendly inquiries. The once admired family was now the subject of hushed speculation and veiled suspicion. And then, there were the unexplained absences. The mother, a devoted homemaker, started disappearing for hours, sometimes days at a time. The father's business trips grew longer, his return dates uncertain. The children, left to their own devices, could only guess at the cause of their parents' strange behavior. Rumors began to circulate. Was it financial trouble, an affair, or something far more sinister? The community watched, waited, and wondered. The once vibrant Sumner family was slowly but surely coming apart at the seams. And with each passing day the mystery deepened. In the midst of this turmoil, Emily clung to the hope that things would return to normal. But deep down she knew. The Sumner family, once a bastion of love and unity, was on the brink of collapse. And as the cracks widened and deepened, Emily braced herself for the inevitable. Closing, and then, the unthinkable happened. On his deathbed, Mr. Sumner was about to learn the most painful truth of his life. Imagine the scene, if you will. A room filled with the sterile scent of a hospital, the constant hum of machines keeping the rhythm of life. Mr. Sumner, a man who had lived a life that could be described as anything but ordinary, was now facing his final moments. His family, the Sumners, had always been admired, almost envied for their picture-perfect existence. But as we know, pictures can be deceiving. As the clock ticked, a hushed whisper cut through the silence. A confession, a revelation, a truth so shocking it could shatter the most robust of hearts. It was his beloved wife, the woman he had trusted and loved unconditionally, who was speaking. The words that left her lips were like a poisoned arrow, penetrating the heart of the dying man. She confessed to a betrayal, a deception that ran deep. The perfect family, the life they had built together, was all based on lies, a secret life, hidden away from the prying eyes of the world. Her confession was like a cold wind, sweeping away the warmth of their shared memories, leaving behind a chilling emptiness. Mr. Sumner's reaction was one of disbelief at first, then came the hurt and finally, resignation. His eyes, once filled with love and warmth for his wife, now held a different emotion, a deep, profound sadness. His heart, already weak, seemed to break a little more with each word. The revelation was indeed a cruel blow. It was like the universe had conspired to deliver the most painful truth in his final moments. The truth that the love he had cherished all these years was tainted, the trust he had placed was misplaced. His last moments were not of peace or contentment but of pain and betrayal. The realization of the deceit was a wound no doctor could heal. His life, which was already slipping away, now seemed to leave him faster, as if wanting to escape the bitter truth. With his last breath, Mr. Sumner was left with the bitter taste of betrayal. In the wake of Mr. Sumner's death, the family was left to grapple with the shocking revelation. The once picture-perfect family was now shattered, their lives turned upside down by the horrifying truth. The betrayal, so profound, so deep, tainted every memory, every shared moment of happiness. As the reality of their father's secret life began to sink in, each member of the Sumner family reacted differently. Some were engulfed by a wave of anger, their hearts filled with resentment towards the man they once held in high esteem. On the other hand, some were paralyzed by disbelief, unable to come to terms with the fact that their beloved father was capable of such deceit. The family home, once filled with laughter and warmth, was now a stark reminder of the betrayal. Each room echoed with the ghosts of their past, the walls whispering untold stories. The family photographs, once symbols of love and unity, became painful reminders of the deception that had been woven into their lives. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The Sumner family was locked in a battle with their own emotions. The initial shock gradually gave way to a deep sense of loss. The man they had loved and respected was not the man they thought they knew, but they realized they had to find a way to cope with the situation. Some found solace in therapy, others in confiding in close friends. They began to understand that their father's actions were not a reflection of them, but of his own shortcomings. Each member of the family took steps, however small, towards healing and moving forward. They learned to separate the love they had for their father from the actions he had committed. In the end, the Sumner family was forever marked by this unthinkable betrayal. Their journey of healing was long and arduous, but they emerged stronger, their bonds unbroken. Despite the pain and the heartbreak, they chose to rise above the ashes of their past, proving that even in the face of betrayal, love and resilience can prevail. But who was behind this betrayal? The investigation would reveal all. The local authorities, flabbergasted by the unsettling revelations, immediately launched an in-depth investigation. Tirelessly, they sifted through layers of deceit, piecing together the fragments of a shattered family's past. The evidence, initially elusive, began to surface, painting a picture more perplexing than anyone could have imagined. Forensic analysis unveiled a web of lies that had been spun over years. Financial records laid bare a trail of transactions that pointed towards a sinister motive. An unexpected discovery: love letters filled with declarations of affection, yet laced with a disturbing undercurrent of manipulation. The evidence pointed towards the unthinkable. The person responsible for this heartbreaking betrayal was not an outsider, but a loved one, a family member who had been trusted implicitly. The biggest shock was yet to come. The betrayer was none other than... The Sumner family story serves as a chilling reminder that sometimes the biggest betrayals come from those closest to us.